Hey guys, Justice Eagan here, coming to you from my home today in lovely New Jersey. It's raining outside pretty terribly and it's a little bit cold out there, but we're inside. We're doing some work today and I have a really incredible opportunity to interview a good friend of mine, business partner of mine. And the cool part is we've really known each other for a long time and we're working very closely with each other on a lot of levels in our home business. And today we decided we were going to get some things done and do some work on some projects, and decided to sit down and cut this quick interview, because I know that there's a lot of things we can bring out here that can really help you get some clarity on how to take your business to the next level. So let me introduce you to one of my best friends and business partner, Scott Montgomery.
Hello guys, hello Justice, thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. A couple of questions I have for Scott here today. I really wanted to think this through and I've watched him grow. Scott's been a successful business owner for many, many years in the traditional business world, and now I'm watching him break through in online marketing and network marketing, and I wanted to kind of, pull out of Scott some of the things that he really knows now, okay, that maybe I didn't even know when I was at his point, and bring those things out of him so that you guys can maybe even pull away one little nugget that's going to put your business in a direction that you need it to go so that you can keep moving forward. So, let's get right to it. Scott, so that you guys know, we've been friends since kindergarten.
Yep, awesome. Yep, 5 years old.
Right.
Remember the first time meeting Justice.
Yeah, and we actually went to school together all the way through college. So I think that when we talk about warm market, right, you're the ultimate example of warm market.
Absolutely.
it really doesn't get any more warm than this.
Doesn't.
Now, I showed you when I first got into this, right? I was in a place where I really didn't have a lot going on, and I taught you about it a little bit, and you were open to take a look. But what were you really thinking? You knew me as a person, so
yeah. I was thinking at first. I was saying, here we go. Justice has something going on here, and I wasn't confident in it, and I always knew that Justice and what he was doing prior, I thought that was what his vision was and what he wanted to do, and I really didn't see any future in it, to be dead honest with you. I didn't.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I want. That's what I want these people to understand, and that's what everybody needs to understand. That people sometimes are going to look at things like that when you're first getting started. A lot of people don't understand this industry, and it's okay. Okay, now the example, the reason I'm talking about this is because eventually, you not only joined me in my primary company, but ended up getting into internet marketing as well with me, and now we're working on really, really big projects, and it's exciting. We have clear vision as to where to take this. So help the people at home, because I know a lot of people, they get out there, they get discouraged with their warm market, right? They get met with rejection, and they come to the internet, and find guys like us, and it's out of weakness. We've talked about this, it's that they don't want to keep talking, they don't want to keep facing that rejection.
Sure.
Help everybody understand, okay, from your point of view, why you came around. Why did a warm market person that really didn't have a lot of confidence in what I was doing come back around without me beating you over the head with it or chasing you down or keeping mentioning it to you? What was it that made you take another look?
Well, it's funny you say not beating me over the head, because he didn't. All right, in the beginning, I got into the marketing company with him, and it came around to a point where I saw Justice really taking action. Okay, he really started getting results because he got in, he got involved, he started learning from the leaders, and he took action. And I said to myself, you know what? He's onto something here. He's really onto it, and he's got it. And that's when I got in, and that's essentially it. I saw you taking massive action.
I've said that to a lot of people. I hear people say all the time that I can't approach my warm market until I have results, or I can't. Guys, that stuff's all up here. Okay, the fact of the matter is that if you take action, if you move forward, if you get busy with a vision, if you're going someplace, and you're going there regardless of whether people come with you, people are going to come.
Absolutely.
They're going to be attracted to that. That's attractive, guys. Okay, vision and action and a never quit attitude moving towards something is totally, totally attractive. And people will want to know what you're doing. Plain and simple.
Sure.
So you need to make that shift. That really, it was the first time that I realized, and I didn't have massive success yet when Scott came along, but it was the first time that I realized I didn't need success to talk to my warm market. I needed posture and confidence, and I needed to know that this is what I'm doing. Hey, you asked, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it regardless of whether it makes sense to you or you like it. I'm just showing you. Now you got in with me, and I said I didn't have a lot of success at that time because you've been with me in our primary company for some time.
Sure.
So you got in and you sat on the sidelines for a long time.
I did. I sat on the sidelines for probably close to a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of us do, right? I mean, a lot of people sit there, they kind of watch it, they see what other people are doing. Nobody really believes yet that it's real, the whole thing. Yeah. So, not only am I excited for you that you got into massive action here, because you are in massive action.
Yes,
but
I am.
Guys, there is no doubt in my mind that not only is this guy going to pass me when it comes to lead generation, but he's going to blow past me in this business if I don't pick up the pace, because you are a freaking machine.
Well, I appreciate it, and it's something that's been instilled in me, being a business owner. It's inside me, okay, and I know what it takes to build a business, all right? Not so much yet in this business, but I'm here, okay, and I know what it takes, all right? It takes massive action. He's taking it, and I'm right behind him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, the action I see you take makes me feel like I'm lazy. So, by the way, I am a reformed lazy person, okay? So if you're out there and you're lazy, don't worry. You can make the necessary changes to break through in this business and have the success you want. So, you did what a lot of people do, and I hear it all the time. Okay, well, I just kind of, sat back. I mean, this is like the routine for a lot of people. But most people never get busy. So, you went into massive action, you got busy. What was the biggest hurdle for you initially?
The biggest hurdle was, being in a brick and mortar business, okay, and thinking that you know it all, and you've run a business, and my biggest hurdle is that I needed to step back and say, you know what, I need to learn from Justice. I need to follow what he's doing. Instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, okay, I just stuck to the program and followed the leader. That's all I did, and I pushed my ego aside, and I became, like he's my mentor, so to speak, you know what I mean? And that was my biggest hurdle. And I think I've jumped over that hurdle, and I'll tell you what, it's the best thing that could have happened to me was pushing my ego aside and realizing that, you know what, he is my best friend, and I have to sit here and follow what he's doing. And look what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, it really is that simple. And it's an interesting shift, because you have someone here. I mean, you've always known me as a person. You've always come to me, for advice at times, and
sure.
We've always had a good relationship. You've always respected the head I have on my shoulders.
Absolutely.
But the bottom line, guys, is I was a broke waiter when I found this, and you've been living a six-figure plus lifestyle for a very long time.
I have.
Okay, and so a lot of people say, well, I can't. A lot of people that live, as a successful business owner can't go to a broke waiter and say, I can follow this guy and do what he's doing, and vice versa. If you're in my shoes, well, I mean, at the time that you really started getting busy, I'm no longer a broke waiter, but
Absolutely.
It's when I am sitting in that inside my head and I'm staying the broke waiter. Okay, it's very hard for me to talk to a guy that's a successful, six-figure lifestyle business owner.
Sure.
Okay, and so you get in your own way because you don't think you have a lot to offer, and then people who have that confidence, who have that experience, they actually get in their own way because they think they have something to bring to the table when this industry is outside of their realm. So you could be struggling on either side of that.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the irony is I'm looking at myself. I took a look in the mirror and I said, you know what, Scott, stop trying to reinvent the wheel here. Justice, the irony is that, he came from being a broke waiter, and it's like, exactly right, he said it. Here I am making, I have a multi-million-dollar brick and mortar business, and I had to push that aside and say, you know what, you don't know what you're doing. All right, just listen to him. That's it. So that was my biggest hurdle, and I'm thankful that I was able to switch the mindset, and sky's the limit now.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, I'm the moment I broke through was when I left my ego at the door, because even though I wasn't having success at the time, I always considered myself a smart and creative person, right? And I had to leave that creative mind at the door. I had to leave that, I want to figure out how to do this my way, put my stamp on it. And I had to start modeling somebody that was having success, okay? And there were a couple people breaking through at the time, and I finally just said, you know what? I'm going to find out what they're doing. Okay, I understood some basic principles. I trained myself a lot. I'm going to find out what they're doing, and then I'm going to force myself to take the most consistent, massive action I could possibly take and do exactly what they're doing, for 60, 90, 120 days until I have the results to say, hey, now I can add this tweak. Now I can add my flair. Now I can add these different things. And the sooner people accept that, the sooner they begin to model success, the sooner they have a chance of breaking through. And that's what was so cool. Your period of struggle there was really a short period.
Sure.
You jumped right into it, and you started modeling, and for that reason, I mean, what you're building right now, you wouldn't be able to stop it if you tried.
Absolutely not. I'm grateful for it because I saw and I see people struggle, okay? And I'm grateful for the fact that I've tuned in and I've followed the leaders, and that's all you need to do here, guys. I mean, it's so simple. We get in our own way.
We make it hard.
We make it hard on ourselves.
We make it hard.
And
And that, guys, the funny part is that's the way that you cut your learning curve. I mean, and that's the most brutal part, especially when you're online, is the learning curve. Yeah. Now, let's talk about the Biz Builder Challenge for a moment. Sure. For those of you who, some of you will be watching this video probably in the Biz Builder Challenge, some of you may have never even heard of it up to this point. Myself and me and Adam Chandler, both top producers inside the My Lead System Pro Attraction Marketing System, are holding a 100-day Biz Builder Challenge. And we've recently launched a very powerful part of MLSP, a powerful membership level that pays 100% profit on products, has high residual commissions, all kinds of really great benefits. And it's the top level membership inside My Lead System Pro. So people who, basically those that invested in themselves, those that were willing to invest and take their business to the next level, got access to our 100-day challenge. Now, this is a twofold question here. A, I'd love to know why the 100-day challenge is important to you, what you've seen so far, what it's done for you, and what you think it's going to do for you and other people moving forward. And then B, why you pulled the trigger, why it's important to invest in yourself, why, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, this guy's got a brick and mortar business, okay, but you guys, things are tough out there, money's tight, and sometimes it's hard to pull that trigger and make an investment in yourself. So I'm just curious if the people at home could step inside your mind for a moment and find out a little bit about what you think about the Biz Builder and then why you think it's important to invest in yourself and why you did it.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, it's getting involved in the Biz Builder Challenge. It holds yourself accountable. Okay, they have different challenges that they give to the people inside, and what it has enabled me to do. Okay, it's enabled me to understand, what it is that the leaders inside MLSP are here to provide. They're here to provide the value to everybody inside the challenge. They're here to teach you. They're here to train you. Okay, and what's beautiful about it all is that I'm not out there trying to figure this out all on my own. And everybody inside holds themselves accountable. Okay, it's got a ton of mindset. It's got a ton of training involved. And what a better place to hold yourself accountable and everybody else around you and listen and follow what these guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's essentially it.
The interesting thing is, I think one of the most valuable things to have come out of this challenge for a lot of people is the private Facebook group.
Absolutely. Oh, the private Facebook and the people I'm meeting. Okay, everyone that's inside the challenge is all pumped up. We're all feeding off each other, and in any teamwork environment, okay, when you have a group of people who are genuinely together in something and they believe in something, okay, it adds so much value. It's more than just being a successful business owner and being and making money. It becomes a community where everybody just feels it, okay, and that's it. I mean, that's essentially what it's done, and it's going to create a lot of leaders that come out of it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I see the people that are getting busy, and if you're watching this and you're in the 100-day Biz Builder Challenge and you're one of those people that are getting busy, you have no idea how much all of us, and especially Adam and I, appreciate your commitment to this, because we're here just kind of to lay the groundwork, right? We're pointing you in a direction, and at the end of the day, you guys are the ones taking action. You're the ones getting outside of your comfort zone. And it's really, oh, there goes my phone. Let me just, I don't want to go just mute that real fast. That's one of our Biz Builder participants right now.
Cool.
So, back to not a little distraction there. Back to now investing in yourself, right? I mean, you kind of took the plunge there, and a lot of people did, and everybody's in a different position. A lot of times, for me, guys, it was so hard to get the tools I needed when I started in this business. I was so broke. I mean, I tell people stories. I shut my television off. I went without hot water for 3 weeks. I mean, my internet, you knew how cash poor I was. I mean, it was really, really like there was nothing left. Okay, I had pushed my mortgage back to the 15th of the month. I mean, there was nothing, I had no money left.
I know.
And I was always shifting things around. So, you made an investment, and I invested still during that time. I never skimped on my business somehow. You always found a way to make it work because there's a cost to doing business.
Sure.
So just real briefly, what was it that, why to you is it important to invest in yourself?
Important to invest in myself in regards to
the business and learning, okay, and growing your value. I mean, obviously it's easy to follow a leader, but you need to expand, right? I mean, you need to grow.
I mean, obviously when you get involved in this, okay, it's in any business at all, okay, in order to be successful, you have to understand exactly how to build this business. And investing in yourself and investing in the time and the mindset, the only way you're going to learn, okay, how to build these businesses is to invest in yourself and invest inside these challenges and what it has to bring.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of training out there people get exposed to. I mean, you know, as a traditional business owner, okay, you understand that there's a cost of doing business.
Absolutely.
You understand that there's expenses involved. Guys, we have the lowest overhead business model, as far as I'm concerned, on the face of the earth.
If you saw my overhead in the brick and mortar business, you'd die. Now, here's investing in something like, Michelle's Facebook training, for example, that's inside MLSP. I mean, that's an example of investing in yourself and learning how to market on Facebook. And it comes down to the fact that you have to learn these things, and you have to learn from the leaders and buy and invest in these products, because it's the only way you're going to succeed.
Yeah, I think it's so funny. I mean, some of these products, like you mentioned, Michelle's product. We got Frank and Mark back there with the Tube Traffic Mojo, Rob's SEO stuff. I mean, guys, if you're not inside MLSP, okay, you really don't know what you're missing. If you are inside MLSP, you know what this is all about.
Yeah.
There we go. This person's not taking no for an answer. Guys, this is the beauty of having your phone ring all day long when you're in this business rather than prospecting people, right?
Absolutely.
Not that I'm anti-prospecting, okay? It's a little disclaimer there. There's nothing wrong with warm market prospecting, and you definitely need to talk to people. But if you build a big enough internet presence, your phone will ring a lot.
That's true.
It's true. Yeah, no doubt about it. So even if you're doing a video interview at the moment.
Videos, phone ringing. My ringer's off.
Well, he's smarter than I am. We already discussed that. So lastly, Scott, we were talking about the products for a moment. These products that are inside My Lead System Pro, and I mean, guys, if what I want you to understand, and what I'm so happy that you realize right away is that this is, you make a decision to build this business, you need the understanding of how to do it. Okay? If you're going to go out there and build a traditional business and you're dealing with the town, you need the professionals on your side. You need a lawyer.
Absolutely.
These are things you need to get started, right? And you need the knowledge to get started. If you want to work online, you need the knowledge to get started. Now, can you find some of that out there for free? Absolutely. But your value, okay, the money you make is going to be directly proportioned to the value you have and the value you put out there in the marketplace, and you get that from these trainings. So it doesn't mean you got to go out there and buy everything at once, because you can't consume everything at once.
Sure.
What it does mean is that you need to have the right mindset and the right approach when it comes to making calculated decisions as to where and when to invest to move your business forward. Don't skimp on your business because it takes money to make money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to spend to make it, and absolutely
there's no doubt about
anything you do.
Yeah, and less here than anywhere else, right?
Absolutely, less here than anyone else for sure.
So, last question here. I mean, Scott and I work in the same primary. You heard our story, right? That was the first place you came in. You came into internet marketing later. We love our product. We talk about, everybody gets pumped up. They get jazzed up about their product, their comp plan, their leadership, the timing's right. It's always the message. You're going to see that everywhere. right? That message is going to be everywhere. You know, but now that you've been in this business for a little while, now that you're starting to see, you know, you're getting some traction, you're starting to see some leads come in, some sales, some success. You know, can you explain to people a little bit why, and this is where so many people miss, okay, why team support and training are so important?
Well, here it is. Sometimes it seems that people get lost in the dark. Okay, it seems like you're set out in the woods without anything, without any help. Okay.
That me when I got started.
Exactly.
Big,
and
yeah.
I was exactly going to go to that point. When I saw Justice start, it seemed like he was in the dark. Okay.
I was.
And that's not a terrible thing, but I think a lot of people struggle with that. They feel like they're stuck in the forest without anybody to help. Okay. And the importance of teamwork and having people above you and around you and all around you to support you. Okay. And to the value that you get from a team. I mean, in any business, teamwork, you need teamwork to succeed. And I see it all too often now. People just seem to be lost in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot of time, guys, for those of you who don't know my entire story, I mean, I really did this all wrong. I figured it out on my own.
He did.
Okay, and, you know, I'm so really fortunate that I have the opportunity now to cut people's learning curve and to put people in a direction so that they don't have to deal with the struggle I had. Now, I'm a believer that if you make a decision to do this, you can do it. You don't need, it does not, your upline's not going to do it for you. The training's not going to do it for you. I mean, you can do it, okay, if you make the decision. But the question is I mean, let's take to a certain extent, there's value in taking the path of least resistance. I mean, why not make it, it's never going to be easy. Okay, anything worthwhile is not going to be easy, but let's make it easier.
Yeah, and
right?
It's awesome because I saw Justice struggle. And I'm grateful that I actually probably have a year of cutting out the trouble Justice had.
You did. You get to learn from all my pitfalls.
I got to learn from his pitfalls, and here I am. So there's the value in a team and going with people that already have struggled, okay? What's a better way? It's like a shortcut.
Yeah.
It is a shortcut.
It's a shortcut.
And it feels
I used
great.
to say there's no shortcuts.
Yeah,
but that's kind of, you know, it's not, there's no shortcuts to success, but if you're going in the wrong direction, there's shortcuts to getting back on track. You want to get there fast.
100%.
So, you know, guys, I mean, the nature of cutting this video is I really have watched Scott grow, and I wanted to allow him an opportunity to, you know, talk about, you know, your experience and some of the things, and kind of bring out of you some of the things that can help everybody. You know, so, you know, if you take anything away from this, you know, take away the fact that you can attract your warm market, okay? That it's really about your posture, your confidence, where you're going, you know, the projection of your vision, okay, that's going to make your warm market attracted to you. You know, other things that you can take away from this is that you need to invest in yourself. I mean, that's without a doubt.
100%,
right?
You got to invest in yourself.
You have to do.
Yeah.
You know, and to leave your ego at the door and model success, there's no doubt that is a major.
Sure. That's a huge one. I still see it. It's the biggest.
It's
Leave
the
your
biggest.
ego at the door and realize.
And model success.
That's it.
That's
you got to
it.
model. We're not reinventing the wheel.
Do what someone else is doing.
Exactly.
And I work with people directly, guys, that I mean I can have this conversation with them for a year, and they still can't realize that they keep adding their own flair. Okay, but they don't have results yet. You can do whatever you want once you have results, okay? But at the beginning, leave your ego at the door, and you can listen. There's a big difference. You can add your personality, okay? You want to be you.
Sure.
But from a standpoint of how you're marketing, what you're doing, you need to really nail down exactly, okay, what someone who's successful is doing and model what they're doing. You know, so we talked about that. We talked about investing in yourself, and lastly, we talked about team support and training. Guys, align yourself with successful people.
Sure. Align
yourself with people that you can model, people that are in line with your vision, with your core values. Okay, there's a lot of people that don't. There's a lot of people that aren't the right prospect for me, aren't the right prospect for Scott, and vice versa. There's a lot of people that aren't the right prospect for you, and that's okay. Okay, but that connection, that really powerful thing happens when you align yourself with people that are in line with what your vision is. Too often I hear people that they're upset, you know, that they don't agree with this. I'm working with this person, they do this. First of all, you got to take responsibility. I mean, what they do is not going to ultimately lead to your success. But if you have the choice, if you have the option, if you're out there looking for a primary company or looking for an internet marketing system, you know, take a moment and align yourself with people that are in line with your core values.
Absolutely. And you know, it's you look at all the leaders in the industry and they do the same thing. I mean, they started out And, you know, hopefully they align with somebody who is a leader. And, you know, people, this just doesn't magically happen all the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I do. You know, I watched, I mean, we were watching some video of a leader earlier on while we were eating lunch.
Sure.
And, you know, the point I made was that, you know, everybody kind of, when people tell their story, you realize everybody kind of starts from this place of struggle. Everybody was nervous or didn't know how to use the internet or this, that, the other. You know, whatever it was, they had this hurdle to overcome. You know, the cool part is if you want to, you know, if you want to learn how to prospect in public and be a real great prospector, you want to align yourself with someone who's a really great prospector, because it's that much easier to tap in and model what they're doing. It's just plain simple, guys. I mean, I'm not telling you something that if you didn't really think about it, you couldn't figure out on your own. So, you know, Scott, thank you so much for taking the time. I'm excited we cut this video today. You know, guys, for those of you who are watching this, whether it's wherever you're finding this, because this is going to make it to a lot of different places, through my channels on the internet, through your channels on the internet, and maybe beyond. You know, if you're out there and you're looking for help, okay, if you're looking to align yourself with the right people, if you're looking to finally really position yourself in home business in a way where it's no longer just a hobby, okay, and it's the real thing, you're ready to make this happen because this is what you want. You know, I just want to let you know that and I'm not going to go into major detail here. Scott has some details, as do some of the other leaders in my team and people who are up and coming leaders in my team. We've got a lot of really incredible stuff going on, and I've got some major training coming out over the next 2.5 weeks, leading up to an incredible announcement. We've got big things, and the announcement I make is going to not only change my business, but it's going to provide a lot of leverage for guys like you, and really leverage for anybody who wants to align themselves with what we do and take advantage of it. So, you know, make sure wherever you're finding this video that you take the next step, whether it be click the link below the video or subscribe to a you know, like a Facebook fan page or subscribe to an RSS feed. Whatever it is, you want to be tapped into what we're doing if you're serious. Okay, now if you're out there having smashing success and somehow stumbled across this video and you're super happy with where you're at and you're happy with your upline, you're happy with your product, and you know exactly how to build your business, well, I mean, it's commendable and kudos to you. You know, I'm not trying to get anybody off track here. What I'm saying is if you feel like there's something missing, okay, if you feel like that training, that support, that team, maybe that person to model, that system, okay, is missing, then what I have coming down the pipeline, what we have, what our team is going to have access to, you know, and this big announcement is going to be really powerful stuff. And so maybe there's just a reason why you found this video. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching this. Scott, thanks again for taking the time.
Thank you.
And we will be seeing you very soon.
All right, let's be great, buddy.
Absolutely.
All right.
Good stuff, man.